Now, bearing in mind all of the positive things I've said about books 1 and 2, and when I say books 1 and 2, I'm really referring to the screenplay plot of books 1 and 2 for Christian to do such an excellent job with. He said to me when he sent me this, by the time you get to number 3, I'm sorry. And what he meant by that was he said that I did the best with what I was given. And what I was given was, awful, or words to that effect. He's not wrong. He's not wrong. Maniac Cop 3, I get the vibe from the plot, and this is very much deserved. I get the impression from the plot that it was one of these movies that should not have seen the light of day. And I feel like if it was made now, it would be made for like Shudder or one of those sort of niche streaming services, or it'd be on like Amazon Freevee or something. Low budget because it expects a low return sort of thing. It was awful. It was an awful plot, made no sense whatsoever. To have Teresa from the original is still around, but she is basically, spoiler again, so she is brain dead, she is comatose, she's being kept alive by machines. For some reason, the Maniac Cop, Matt Cordell, he watches over her hospital bed at night. Don't know why. And although she's got no independent brain function, every so often she does. And she opens her eyes, and there you go. And then she goes back to being comatose again. And then they find out something about her, and it is disturbing because you think it happened one way, and then when it's made clear it didn't happen that way, you breathe a sigh of relief. And then when they explain what it actually is, you're like, what? I'm sorry, what? What? No, that doesn't, yeah, okay. And there's a lot of that going on. Incoherent sentences, trying to figure it out in your brain. Now, and then what happens at the end is just crazy and ridiculous. Now, don't misunderstand me. The book is great because the book takes all of the best from that maelstrom of diarrhea and constructs it into something that makes you want to read it. And again, I read this one in one sitting. And that is more in great praise to Christian for his ability to make you want to read it, even though the plot is garbage. And when I say the plot is garbage, I don't think there is one. And it got to the point where whoever wrote the screenplay was like, well, yeah, let's do this. And you got what you got at the time. I think by this point it was early 90s. But yeah, Christian's book makes you want to read it. And what you read is very well written. The book is very well written, very descriptive, very vivid, brilliant, like all of his other novelizations. It's just that the source material he was given came out of a sewer. So what I'm saying to you, and I gave this book 4 stars, that's how good it is, out of a shit source material, that's how good he made it. Don't bother with the movie, read the book. That's what I'm saying to you. You know when people say the book is better than the movie? Well, for a book that's based on the movie screenplay, the book is better than the movie. And I don't need to watch it to tell you that. You'll know what I mean when you read it. Please read it. They come out on the 20th of May, I think. They come out this month. Do please go and check them out. You can get them individually or you can get them in a trilogy omnibus. Do please read them. They are a great read. They are a fun read. They are incredibly well written, as are all of Christian's books, no matter what he says. But yes, do please go and check them out. And on that note, please check out all of Christian's books, both novelizations and original. I mean, I might be his biggest fan. I mean, you know, if you look over there, the second far shelf down, it's all Christian's books. There are still some that I haven't got. I still need to get a copy of Wishmaster, and I still need to get a copy of The First Power, which I read and reviewed because it was great, and he was very kind to send it to me in both iterations. I cannot emphasize how good a writer Christian Francis is. I've tried, and I can't really comprehend the words. His work is so imaginative and so vivid and so consuming with the worlds that he creates that you feel yourself becoming slightly harrowed by what you're reading, because it's almost as if in reading the pages you're experiencing what the characters are experiencing. The man is a literary genius. You read, for example, Everyday Monsters, okay? Everyday Monsters has a main character who doesn't do anything. And that, to me, is a piece of genius, the way that book is constructed. Fantastic. Incubus The Descent is my second, probably, favourite of Christian's original books. And the vividness with which a particular part of that book was described made me feel sick. It was that well done. I'm not talking on a splatterpunk level, none of that rubbish. I'm talking about it was so vividly described that you could see in your mind what was happening, and it made you feel sick. It's a good job. And of course the epilogue tied into the first one in a way that made me go, what now? If you're going with novelizations, my favourite is Titanfind, because Titanfind inspired Horizon. Session 9 is brilliant. Another film I would never watch. I've seen the trailer for that film, and the trailer looks like... yeah, I'm not watching that. But the book is fantastic. The Deadwoods, Christian's original YA, is phenomenal. I will wait till the end of time for the sequel to that book. I know he's got some of it written. I know he's probably not going to finish it anytime soon, but I am here for it. I am waiting for it. I will always be waiting for it. No pressure. Just go and check him out, because he is a phenomenal writer, a cracking singer as well, by the way. Check him out on Spotify. I think he's got a new song out as well that he's going to be performing in Download Festival. Go and check his page out. And he's a fantastic human being. If it wasn't for him, my books would never have gone wide. Not that it's done much good in the last 12 months. However, the option was provided to me, and I'm very grateful for it. So yeah, please go and show him some support. He is phenomenal, and he needs more recognition for his writing, because it is... I mean, you can chuck Stephen King in the bin, as far as I'm concerned. That's how good he is. Forget Alan Dean Foster with novelizations. Christian, for me, is the king of novelizations. And he's probably going to have like 12 out this year, because he's churning through them. So go check him out. Go check them out. And you're welcome.